Now to an Arizona's family exclusive involving 3 veteran police officers from one Valley department. They are the subjects of scathing allegations.
Yeah, 2 of the cases include prostitutes, the third an extramarital affair with a woman that officer was called to help. Investigator Amy Cutler spent the last month looking into these cases, alarming allegations for a community that relies on these officers.
Yeah, certainly concerning. We trust officers to serve and protect, and that's why the Mesa Police Department and the Mesa Police Union agree with the outcome in these cases. Mesa PD's Professional Standards Unit investigated all 3 cases, determining the officers should be terminated. All of it coming to light in just a 5-month time span. With all 3 officers facing disturbing allegations, come along with us as we track them down.
This is, what's his name?
Young Chang.
Young Chang. Pretty sure that was him.
Hi, Young.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Amy. I'm with Arizona's Family, channels 3 and 5.
I was going on vacation, so I would come back with like 7 hours of vacation left, so I called it good.
Officer Young Chang offering up that explanation about why, after nearly 25 years on the job with Mesa PD, he abruptly retired in June. In professional standards memos, they found he started an affair in March with a woman who was overdosing, her ex-husband calling police for help. She says Chang started texting her from his personal phone soon after. According to a statement the woman gave to investigators, she was in a vulnerable position. She later agreed to let Chang track her and install 2 video cameras in her apartment, allowing him remote access to live viewing.
So now you're going to ruin my family, ruin my wife's career, as I'm trying to go back to having a normal life because I had a little oopsies.
That little oopsie, according to internal investigation records, found Chang engaged in sex acts with the woman while on duty between March and May, meeting her behind at least 9 businesses. He was in uniform, driving a department vehicle at the time.
Why would you meet up with this woman while you were on duty for a relationship that was not appropriate?
It was like a 5-minute, hey, what's up kind of thing. How you doing?
Chang denies any sexual contact with a woman while on the job. However, a Mesa PD internal investigation disagrees. It upheld all the allegations, so Chang retired and
I gave up my certifications.
Turned in his AZPost certification, meaning he can no longer be in law enforcement in Arizona, but he gets to keep his pension. Next up, Detective Jeffrey Silva, a 16-year veteran of the Mesa Police Department. A professional standards memo accuses him of soliciting a prostitute near a Burger King near US 60 and Country Club while on duty in December 2021. Turns out that woman was an undercover officer. Internal investigators report that he waved at her. She asked what he was looking for. He responded, "All of you." When that undercover officer followed up, the documents show he said, "I have $20 to $30. I shouldn't do this." When investigators later questioned him, he admitted the exchange, but claims he told her he was joking with her since he recognized her.
My name's Amy Cutler. I'm a reporter with Arizona's Family, channels 3 and 5.
Yeah, I have nothing to say right now. Sorry. Thank you.
A Mesa PD internal investigation affirmed the allegations, recommending he be terminated. He resigned in January before that happened. Then there's Officer Brandon Cosman. We tried to track him down at the very home that's at the center of the case. No answer at the door. Mesa's Internal Affairs Unit accused him of hiring a prostitute back in June to come to his home and then assaulting her. According to the statement she gave police, she claims Cosman hit her extremely hard in the back of the head. She passed out or lost consciousness, and when she could, she got up and ran out. Once home, she called authorities. Cosman had been with Mesa PD for 6 years. He resigned a month later.
If I were the chief in Mesa, I'd certainly want to at least ask questions as to whether there was anything about these officers. Do they work together? Were they working in a similar unit?
Dr. Michael Scott is a former police chief. He's now director of the Center for Problem-Oriented Policing at ASU. Even though these cases involve 3 officers out of 1,200 in Mesa, Dr. Scott believes these cases should trigger a larger department review.
So the real issue, I think, for many people is how did the department respond to it? Did they take appropriate action in a timely fashion?
Mesa Police declined an interview. In a statement, they called the actions of these 3 officers unacceptable. We will thoroughly investigate any allegation of misconduct and will take appropriate action when warranted. Chang, Cosman, and Silva all turned in their AZPost certification.
At that point, they have to admit no wrongdoing.
Matt Giordano, the executive director of AZPost, says when an officer leaves a department, that agency is required to notify them about the circumstances. He says these 3 cases would have triggered investigations, but since the officers left the force, that wasn't necessary.
That would make it a lot harder for them to move to another state and enter law enforcement there.
I wouldn't say impossible, but very close to impossible for them to ever work as a law enforcement officer anywhere in the country again.
Now, we also checked with the Department of Public Safety. None of these now former officers have applied for a license to be a security guard or even a private investigator. Only Cosman is facing criminal charges, 2 misdemeanors, the first for soliciting a prostitute, the second for assault. He has pleaded guilty, or pleaded not guilty rather, and is set to appear in court in December. Amy Cutler for Arizona's Family Investigates.
Hey everyone. Today I'm diving into a deeply troubling and important topic. The 2024 scandal involving police officers caught in a child pornography ring. So how did we get here? It all started with an extensive investigation by federal authorities. Over the past year, they uncovered a network operating across multiple states involving not just civilians but also individuals sworn to uphold the law. Now, when we think of police officers, we think of protectors. People who put their lives on the line to keep us safe. But in this dark twist, some officers wound on the other side of the line. The investigation revealed that these officers used their positions of power to hide their heinous activities, exploiting the trust placed in them by the community. Why did these officers do it? Well, that's a complex question. Some were driven by personal demons, others by a deep-seated sense of invulnerability, thinking their badges shielded them from justice. This scandal has shaken public confidence and raised serious questions about oversight and accountability within police forces. Authorities have already arrested several officers, and more arrests are expected as the investigation continues. The public outcry has been massive, with many demanding thorough reform and stricter screening processes for law enforcement personnel. This is just about punishing the guilty. It's about understanding how such a breach of trust could happen and ensuring it never happens again. It's about protecting the most vulnerable among us and holding accountable those who exploit their power for nefarious purposes. In the wake of this scandal, communities are coming together to demand transparency and justice. It's a painful reminder that vigilance is necessary, even when it comes to those who are supposed to be our protectors. So what can we do? Stay informed, stay involved, and keep pushing for the changes that ensure our police forces are trustworthy and accountable. Thanks for watching. If you found this video informative, please like and share. And remember, awareness is the first step towards change. Stay safe and stay vigilant.